Hey everybody, it's Stacey Christopherson with C4 Real Estate Team and Coldwell Banker in Farmington, Utah. Living my life today with a baseball hat on. It's just one of those days. What I want to talk to you guys about today is, so I have a ton of military clients, right? And so we'll either be shopping or under contract or, right at closing. They'll say, what do you think our house is going to be worth when we PCS in 2 or 3 years? And that is the hardest question, I think, other than where will the market be? Which is kind of the same question, but what's the market going to do in 6 months? Should we wait to buy? Those are the hardest questions that we get, I think, as agents. So this video, I'm going to talk to you about what Zillow did, what's going on with Zillow right now, and why you might want to reconsider when you get an offer from an iBuyer, Zillow, Trulia, Open Door, to purchase your home. Let's dive right in and let's talk about Zillow real quick. So what did Zillow do? So they gobbled up houses back like 2019, early 2020 for crazy prices. Like sellers, you couldn't turn it down. They paid way over market value for these houses thinking that the prices would go up. Well, COVID hits, inventory goes down, and yeah, prices went up. But basically, they're stuck with this huge inventory of houses now that they can't sell because the market has settled slightly. Interest rates are up just a little bit, and so they can't sell these houses for what they thought they were going to sell them for. So they're not going to do a fire sale or give away these houses. They are going to get rid of them though. So we may see a fluctuation in the market where houses come back on, but the important thing to know about this is Zillow is a huge company. It's a brokerage. They're investors. They, sell leads. They have just an exorbitant amount of information at their fingertips to try to predict what houses will sell for. And if you're not familiar with Zillow, you go on Zillow, you can search for homes. It'll give you a Zestimate, which never trust the Zestimate. Always call your local agent to see what your home is worth versus going off the Zestimate, because it's oftentimes wrong. Side note. But basically Zillow is like a competitor for me as an agent. And so they're a huge investor. They have all these homes. They have all these resources to figure out what homes are going to be worth in 6 months, and they got it wrong. So my biggest takeaway from that is that you guys really need to talk to someone in your local area if you're looking to sell your home. There's no one that knows it better than an agent who has worked in the area, has sold homes in the area, and is, again, familiar with the area. So when you get that, it's called an iBuyer, right? Zillow, Open Door, those guys are all iBuyers, and they'll come in and say, it's hassle-free. Here's cash for your house, no hassle, and it's super appealing. Again, the problem is they have no idea about your market. They have no idea about your neighborhood, and they have no idea about the area that you live in. So when you are looking to sell your home, this is why I highly, highly recommend that you talk to a full-time, professional, trusted agent in your area to come and give you the comparables of what has sold. So when I want to give a value to a seller, I use the same parameters that an appraiser does to pull comparables to tell you probably what your home is worth. Those parameters that an appraiser uses, they want a home within a mile. It has to be sold, so it can't be under contract or active. It has to be sold. They'd like to stay within 6 months. Sometimes if they have to, they'll go a little bit longer than 6 months. They would like a house 5 years older or newer. 5 years older or newer. And then within 500 square feet, bigger, smaller, and the same layout. So if you're in a Rambler, they're gonna look for Ramblers. If you're in a tri-level or a 2-story, that's what they're gonna look for. And so they pull those homes around yours, adjust all the homes to equal yours, and the adjustments are dollars. And like a bedroom's $1,000, a 1-car garage is $5,000, adjustments like that. And then that comes up with the value for your home. What Zillow does is they take all the homes maybe surrounding your home, But you could be a 2,000 square foot home, and they take a 5,000 square foot home that has sold and bring it in and say, now your home is worth more because this one down the road sold for 300,000 more. Well, it's 2 times bigger than yours. It's not a comparable, right? Because the square footage is so much bigger. So it's super important that you guys use a trusted agent, a realtor who's full-time and who really knows the area and, you know, can pull those comps for you from your local MLS to show you really what your home is worth. Everyone thinks their home is worth, you know, priceless. But, you know, we can really have a conversation about what it's worth because of the market and the area that you live in. And so, you know, when that agent comes to your house, I'm going to sit down with you. I'm going to show you all the data and then let you pick a price for the home that you want, for your home that you're going to sell, right? You pick the price based on the data that I lay in front of you. I never pick the price. That's not my job. My job is to inform you on what a range is, what's realistic, what has sold in your area, and then you pick the price that you want to sell your home for. So again, just be wary of the iBuyers, the big companies coming in and saying, hey, we'll pay cash for your house, because they will, but they may not be able to get you as much as a local real estate agent just because they don't have the data that we do. You remember, Utah's a non-disclosure state too, so we don't have to disclose what homes sold for. So Zillow doesn't know specifically in Utah what homes sold for because we're a non-disclosure state. So just be super careful. And if you guys have any questions, of course, give us a call anytime about buying or selling or living in northern Utah. And I will see you later.